Cucumber Squad. Right, man, Bruce Dickinson, another artist we have never done in this channel. I'm loving the fact that you guys are giving me new artists to react to, right? Which is awesome. This is another paid request by Dan, right? Which is pretty awesome because we're not getting the same type of stuff. We're getting very different stuff. So these paid requests are actually working out quite nicely because we're doing a whole bunch of new artists. We're bringing new things to the channel. Love it. So Dan, thank you very much. It was a skip the line request. It's Bruce Dickinson's Tears of the Sun. Never heard this one before. If anybody wants to do a skip the line request, you guys know, websites, blah blah blah, down below. Do the spiel, right? Link is in the description. So thank you, Dan, for the second one, man. The Godsmack was absolutely incredible. So Bruce Dickinson, Tears of the Sun. Let's see what we've got over here. Let's go.
There were secrets in my mind for too long now. There were things I should have said in the darkness. I was stumbling for the door to find a reason, to find the time, the place, the hour, waiting for the winter sun and the cold light of day.
Wait a second. Okay, this kind of feels like, okay, so it kind of feels like, again, troubled times, right? I was actually waiting. I kind of feel like he's going to take you on a journey of his life, essentially. In terms of all the dark spaces that he was in, he was waiting for the right time, but kind of the right time never sort of came, right? And then the reason why he didn't take that is because, you know, he had his own insecurities, things like that. That's where I'm going. That's where right off the bat, but it's pretty self-explanatory right off the bat in terms of like he's telling you, you know, that I used to play with all these things in my mind. So let's just take it back a little bit.
For too long now. There were things I should have said in the darkness. I was stumbling for the door to find a reason, to find the time, the place, the hour, waiting for the winter sun and the cold light of day. The misty ghosts of childhood fears. The pressure is building.
The mystery ghost of childhood fears, right? So again, this is all a song. These are songs about his insecurities. It's a song that was about, I think it's almost like a song about fear. So even in the sense that it's like, I was waiting for the light, right? I was waiting for that door and didn't quite understand why I wasn't taking it. Like, why wasn't I opening that door? I was waiting for the right time, but then I kind of feel like I waited my entire life. That's my interpretation. So
childhood fears. The pressure is building and I can't stay away. I throw myself into the sea. Release the wave, let it wash over me. To face the fear.
I'm telling you, it's a song about insecurity. It's a song about fear. So he's like, release the wave. Like now, he's saying, instead of actually having all of this like trickle slowly, release the wave. I'm ready for it now. I'm ready to wipe away these fears. Release the fear, right? I'm ready to now live life without any of this weighing me down. Love it. Let's go. That he said like the tears of the dragon for you and for me. So the tears of the dragon, like why would a dragon cry? A dragon is a very powerful creature, It's a flame breather, essentially. So it's almost kind of showing that even the strongest, most fierce, right, can still cry. Essentially, that's where that's what I'm kind of where I think that's what he's alluding to. Essentially, so the tears of the dragon, like it's a fierce creature, right? Not to mention that it's a sort of a mystical creature, but still, you know what I mean? Why would a dragon cry? So the tears of the dragon. So even as tough as you are, as much of a flame blower as you are, you still have weaknesses. Okay, I like that.
I had wings that couldn't fly where I was. I had tears I couldn't cry. My emotions.
I had wings where I was. I had wings that I couldn't fly. I had tears that I couldn't cry. Right? So I love the way he's like, I had everything. I had what I needed, but I couldn't do them. Like I had what I needed. I had the wings to fly, but I couldn't fly. I had the tears, I had the emotion, I had the sensitivity, but I couldn't be sensitive. I couldn't, fire, love it.
Tears I couldn't cry. My emotions frozen in an icy lake.
Exactly.
I couldn't feel them until the ice began to break. I have no power over this. You know I'm afraid.
The song's about fear. The song's all about fear. You can hear it's breaking out of fear. Like literally everything he's alluded. He's not even alluded. He's referenced fear multiple times already, and we're only 2 minutes and 24 seconds in. This is about breaking out of fear.
You know I'm afraid. The walls I built are crumbling. The water is moving. I'm slipping away. I throw myself into the sea. Release the wave, let it wash over me.
I like that. I like the idea of like release the wave and let it wash over me. Also wave. A wave is very powerful, right? And in terms of like when you're referring to water, a wave is like a massive, it's a massive water that's going to completely engulf you, right? But he says, let it wash over me, and not in a drowning sense, in a cleansing sense, right? So I felt like I was drowning, right? But I was drowning in calm waters, right? But now release the wave. As chaotic as it is, I've broken out of this fear. Let it cleanse over me. I can handle the weight of it. I think it's beautiful, very poetic the way he's played on that.
It's the fear I once believed. The tears of a dragon for you and for me.
Okay. So we have a rule on this channel, right? We have a rule on this channel that during a guitar solo, we do not pause, right? I mean, I pause a lot, and this is a channel that we pause a lot. It's a reaction channel, so don't get mad about it, right? Because that's what it is. If you want to listen to the song, I always leave the link down in the description. Go listen to the song without me, right? But in the reaction channel, I try and interpret the lyrics, and we try and do that together, right? So that's the thing. But during a guitar solo, we cannot, It's a rule. We cannot pause during a guitar solo, right? Specifically, the instrumentation is awesome. And they don't make songs like this anymore. They don't make, you can see this is an old song, right? Because today, they don't, it's, art has changed because the musician before used to try and show you every element of his skill. He wanted to try and show you the lyrics, how poetic he was. He wanted to show you how good his vocals were. And then he wanted to show you how good the instrumentation is in the actual song. So you always had a song that would literally, you would have the lyrics and it would break into an instrumentation piece for a couple of seconds, you know, it would go guitar solos, or whether it be an orchestra, whether it be whatever, they would actually let that play with the artist not singing at all. Right, because it added to the song, it adds to the mood of the song, it adds to the feel of the song. This was like chaotic from an instrumentation perspective, but it plays into the song in terms of how chaotic his life was under fear. So they don't do that anymore. I kind of feel like they literally, the recipe right now is verse, chorus, verse, end. You know what I mean? And it's no longer like, just let the instrumentation play for a bit. Let us feel the music without the lyrics for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Let us, and then it'll bring it back into it. This is how I feel. Like, I feel like we've kind of stepped away from that a little bit. Is it just me? Am I lying? Right? I kind of feel like that was something that was always, that old artists like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and, you know, all the greats, Freddie Mercury with Bohemian Rhapsody, the instrumentation was allowed to play. You know what I mean? Without them, it was, and they didn't care that the songs went to 6 minutes. They didn't care that the songs went to 8 minutes. Right? That was part of their art. The music was part of their art. It wasn't just try and get a song done in 4 minutes so we can put it on the charts quickly. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about that, but that's my thoughts on it. Let's go.
Slowly I awake.
Beautiful.
Slowly I rise.
Beautiful.
The walls I built are crumbling.
I love that. Slowly I awake again, being like aware of himself, being aware that, you know, he's not in this space anymore. He's actually opening up. He's opening up his mind, right? So he's looking at things differently. Right? And slowly I rise, and slowly the walls that I've put up, the limitations I've put up in front of me are crumbling, and I am taking those walls down, right? Because there's so much more to life than to be literally boxed in fear. Love it. Very cool.
The water is moving, I'm slipping away. I throw myself into the sea. Release the wind.
Love it.
Let it wash over me.
Yeah, this is fire. I like this. I like this because of the purity of music. It's pure. You know what I mean? You don't hear tracks like this today anymore. Let's go.
Let it wash over me. To face the fear I once believed. The tears of the dragon for you and for me. I throw myself into the sea. Release the wind.
That guitar in the background. Listen to that. Wait a second. Wait. Amazing. Whoop. Ooh, we couldn't not listen to that. Beautiful, man. That was a beautiful song. Genuinely, that was a beautiful song. We don't listen to music like this anymore. And we don't listen to music that is just this authentic. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's sad though. It's sad that we, you know, like we've got like artists that are too scared to make a track over 3.5 minutes. You know what I mean? Because God forbid they spend, you know, a little bit more time on their art before they put it out to try and make an extra buck. I don't know. Anyway, I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.